Hello, this is Peter. Today I'm going to share with you a short story I wrote today. I've been wanting to get better at writing, so I watched a lecture by Mary Robinette Kowal, who has a free lecture on Brandon Sanderson's YouTube channel. I'll link it below. I cannot believe it's free. It has so much information, and it's amazing. Go give it a watch if you're into writing at all. I definitely recommend it. I got a lot out of it. In the lecture, you had to write a short story of only about 250 words, and the prompts were jockey, science fiction, and coaster. So you had to write a story with those three words. And she broke down like every part of the story, so it's really easy to follow along, and it wasn't too intimidating. And since it was only 250 words, it was like easy to give it a go. It wasn't like writing a whole novel or a few thousand words. It was just 250. So it was a great lecture. I'd really recommend to give it a watch if you're into writing at all. It really helped me a lot, and I'm going to continue writing short stories and making them longer and longer until eventually I can write a novel, maybe. But the good thing is with short stories is that I can just illustrate them and make them longer, page count wise anyway. And that's what I did with this one. So it's only about 300 words, but I decided to illustrate it for this video because I thought it might be fun to watch and listen to. And yeah, this drawing is in real time, but I've just cut it up a little bit. It's just for one of the little scenes in my story. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy the story. It was fun to make, and it's called 789. Starship Coaster 9 shuddered to a violent stop, jarring Seven from her seat in the cockpit. Not again, the jockey groaned as she unbuckled herself. She knew what the problem was. Coaster 9's heart had stopped again. Like all starships, Coaster 9's heart was a spinning aether crystal. Without a spinning heart, a starship was nothing more than a stationary metal box. Which is what Coaster 9 was right now. A problem most of the time, but right now, a major one. They were in a planet-side race, a chance for Seven to prove herself as a jockey, and hopefully get noticed to move up to the bigger leagues. But if they couldn't even finish a planet-side race, there's no way they would be allowed to enter the larger off-planet circuits. Old Coaster 9's heart was spluttering and sparking as it sat off-center in its grav-filled pedestal, trying to align itself to spin again. Usually, a few taps of a hand on the pedestal would align the heart enough to spin again and get Coaster 9 moving. But it never lasted long. This was the second time in this race alone that 9 had spluttered to a stop. It was time to try more violent measures. 7 kicked the pedestal. The heart exploded out of the grav field and hit 7 in the chest, slamming and bouncing her off the ship's metal hull and onto the floor. She lay there with 9's heart on her chest. Her hands had automatically caught the aether crystal as it had careened into her, cushioning it with her now battered body. It was gently thrumming on her chest, like a cat purring. She sighed and closed her eyes so the world would stop spinning. "I'm sorry, 9, she said. I shouldn't have kicked you. We need to be in the same team here. We need to work together." 7 imagined she could feel 9 thrumming its agreement. She opened her eyes, looked down, and gasped. The heart was sinking deep into her chest, its tapered point disappearing into her body as she watched. 7's body thrummed with coursing energy. Her body lifted off the floor. Such power. Forget just finishing the race. Seven knew she could win it now, and every race after that. In the coming years, the universe would look back and remember this moment. The moment at 7, 8, 9,